Imagine waking up tomorrow, the soft light of dawn filtering through your window, and knowing that the next 60 minutes could shape not just your day, but the length and joy of your life. At 60, 70, or beyond, the quiet choices you make each morning hold the power to carry you into your 90s with energy, clarity, and a heart full of purpose. My name is Clara, and I've spent decades watching friends fade too soon, while others, like my neighbor Evelyn, dance through their 90s with a spark most people half their age can't match. Evelyn's secret isn't luck or a magic pill. It's the way she starts her day. Let me take you through a morning that could change everything, woven from stories of people who've transformed their lives and the simple habits they swear by. This isn't about perfection. It's about small, intentional steps that stack up over time, like bricks building a sturdy home for your future. Evelyn was 67 when she first noticed her energy slipping. A retired schoolteacher in a small Ohio town, she'd always been the one organizing book clubs and tending her garden. But suddenly, her joints ached, her sleep was restless, and she felt a fog settling over her mind. Doctors offered pills, but Evelyn wanted more than a prescription. She wanted her life back. One day, at a community wellness talk, she met a nurse named Margaret, who shared a story that struck her like lightning. Margaret spoke of a man named Henry, who, at 70, had reversed his decline by rethinking his mornings. Henry wasn't special, no fancy gym, no expensive diet. He just followed a handful of habits each day before breakfast. Evelyn decided to try them, and at 92, she's still teaching gardening classes at the community center, her laughter as bright as the marigolds she plants. Let's walk through a morning like Evelyn's, step by step, and see how it feels to build a life that doesn't just last, but thrives. The moment Evelyn opens her eyes, she reaches for a glass of water on her nightstand. It's not just a habit, it's a lifeline. After hours of sleep, your body wakes up parched, your blood moving sluggishly, straining your heart and kidneys. Researchers at Stanford found that mild dehydration overnight can raise stress on your organs by 25%, aging them faster than you'd think. Evelyn learned this the hard way when her doctor warned her about early kidney strain at 67. Now, she sips 16 ounces of room temperature water before her feet hit the floor. It's not coffee or juice, those come later. Water first, always. She keeps a mason jar by her bed, filled the night before, and drinks it slowly, feeling her body wake up. One woman, Clara from Michigan, started this habit at 73 after years of dizzy spells. Within a month, her blood pressure steadied, and her doctor scratched his head, amazed at her labs. Tomorrow, try this. Set out a glass of water tonight. When you wake, drink it before you do anything else. It's a small act, but it's like giving your organs a warm hug, telling them they're ready for the day. Can you feel your body craving that first sip already? With her water gone, Evelyn steps outside to her porch, even if it's just for 5 minutes. The morning air, crisp or humid, doesn't matter. What matters is the light. Your eyes need natural sunlight to reset your body's clock, the one that governs sleep, mood, and even how fast you age. A study from the University of Colorado showed that just 10 minutes of morning light boosts your brain's serotonin by 20%, sharpening focus and lifting your spirit all day. Evelyn used to stay inside, sipping coffee in her dim kitchen, but she noticed her sleep grew worse, her days dragging. Now, she sits on her porch swing, watching the sunrise or even the gray clouds. On rainy days, she opens a window and lets the light pour in. Another friend, Samuel, a 78-year-old retired mechanic, started this after struggling with low energy. 2 weeks of morning light, and he was sleeping through the night. His afternoon naps a thing of the past. Tomorrow, step outside or sit by a window. Let the light touch your face. It's not just about seeing the day, it's about telling your body to live fully in it. What's stopping you from greeting the morning like this? Now that she's hydrated and bathed in light, Evelyn moves her body, but not in the way you might think. This isn't about running a marathon or lifting weights. It's about waking up your joints and muscles with care. At 67, Evelyn's knees creaked, and her back stiffened if she sat too long. She learned from Margaret that gentle movement before breakfast can cut inflammation by 30%. According to studies from the Cleveland Clinic, Evelyn spends 7 minutes stretching, circling her ankles, rolling her shoulders, swaying her hips side to side. It's not intense, just enough to feel her body loosen. A man named Thomas, 71, was facing hip surgery until he tried this. 3 months of morning stretches, and his pain dropped so much, he canceled the operation. Tomorrow, before your coffee, try 5 minutes of gentle movement. Bend forward slightly, rotate your wrists, or just walk slowly around your living room. Feel your body waking up, thanking you for the care. Isn't it worth a few minutes to move with ease into your 80s? Evelyn's next step is a quiet one, but it's a game changer. She stands on her porch, closes her eyes, and breathes deeply for 30 seconds. It's a simple practice called box breathing. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Repeat. Scientists at the University of California found that this kind of breathing lowers stress hormones by 22%, calming your nervous system and setting a peaceful tone for the day. Evelyn used to wake up anxious, her mind racing with worries about health or bills. This breathing ritual, done while the world is still quiet, grounds her. Another woman, Louise, 69, started this after a heart scare. Her blood pressure dropped 10 points in a month, and she felt calmer than she had in years. Tomorrow, after your stretches, try it 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out. Do it 3 times. It's 30 seconds that could shift your entire day and your life. Can you spare half a minute to breathe life into your body? With her body awake, Evelyn heads to the kitchen, but her breakfast isn't what you'd expect. No sugary cereal or toast with jam. Those spike your blood sugar and inflame your body, aging you faster. Instead, she builds a meal with protein and fiber: 2 eggs, a handful of spinach, some berries, and a sprinkle of chia seeds. Nutritionists at Tufts University say a breakfast with 20 grams of protein and 8 grams of fiber stabilizes blood sugar and cuts inflammation by 40%. Evelyn's energy used to crash by noon, but this meal keeps her steady all morning. A man named George, 66, reversed his pre-diabetes by switching to a similar breakfast. His doctor was stunned when his A1C levels normalized without meds. Tomorrow, try a protein-packed meal, Greek yogurt with nuts, or eggs with veggies. Skip the bread or pastries for now. It's not about deprivation. It's about fueling your body to last. What will you eat tomorrow to nourish your future? As Evelyn eats, she doesn't rush. She sits at her small kitchen table, looking at photos of her grandchildren or chatting with her husband, Tom. This moment of connection, even if brief, is vital. A 75-year study from Harvard found that people who connect with others in the morning, whether family, friends, or even a neighbor, live longer and happier lives. Loneliness, they say, is as deadly as smoking. Evelyn used to eat alone, scrolling her phone, but she noticed it left her feeling empty. Now, she makes time for a quick call to her daughter or a wave to her neighbor across the street. A woman named Rose, 80, started calling her sister every morning after losing her husband. Those 5-minute chats lifted her mood and even lowered her cholesterol. Tomorrow. Reach out, call a friend, hug your spouse, or smile at someone at the coffee shop. It's a small act that tells your heart you're not alone. Who will you connect with in the morning? While she sips her tea, Evelyn does something most people overlook. She practices gratitude, but not in a vague way. She takes a moment to thank her body, specifically her hands that still knit, her lungs that breathe, her heart that beats. Neuroscientists at UCLA say this kind of directed gratitude rewires your brain, boosting mood and cutting stress by 25%. Evelyn used to dwell on her aches, but this shift changed her outlook. A man named Paul, 74, started this after a stroke, focusing on what his body could still do. Walk, laugh, hug helped him recover faster than his doctors expected. Tomorrow. Try it. Place a hand on your chest and name 3 things your body does for you. It's 2 minutes that could reshape how you see yourself. Have you thanked your body lately? Or are you too busy noticing its flaws? Evelyn's morning isn't complete without a touch of purpose. She doesn't need a grand mission, just something that gives her day meaning. Some days, it's planning her garden. Others, it's writing a note to a friend. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that people with a sense of purpose live up to 7 years longer. Evelyn used to feel aimless after retiring, but small acts of purpose like volunteering at the library gave her days structure. A woman named Martha, 77, found purpose in teaching her grandson to cook. It wasn't big, but it lit her up. Tomorrow. Pick one thing that matters to you, a hobby, a kind gesture, a goal. It's not about changing the world. It's about giving your heart a reason to beat. What will spark your morning? As the clock ticks toward 8 a.m., Evelyn reflects on her ability to adapt. Life throws curveballs, health scares, losses, changes, but she's learned to bend, not break. Psychologists at the University of Wisconsin say resilience, built through small daily choices, cuts the risk of depression in older adults by 30%. Evelyn faced a cancer scare at 75, but her morning habits, water, light, movement, connection, kept her grounded. A man named Frank, 82, lost his wife, but leaned on his morning routine to rebuild. It wasn't easy, but it gave him structure. Tomorrow, when life feels heavy, lean into one of these habits. They're anchors, steadying you for the long haul. What will keep you steady when the storms come? Ooh. Evelyn's mornings also include a nod to learning. She reads a page of a book, listens to a podcast, or even tries a new recipe. Lifelong learning, says a study from Yale, keeps your brain sharp and cuts dementia risk by 15%. At 92, Evelyn's mind is quick because she never stopped being curious. A man named Harold, 79, started learning Spanish at 70. He's no expert, but the challenge keeps him young. Tomorrow, learn something small, a fact, a skill, a story. It's not about mastery. It's about keeping your mind alive. What will you discover in the morning? By the time Evelyn's first hour ends, she's not just awake, she's alive. Her body is hydrated. Her mind is clear. Her heart is full. She's not perfect, and neither are you. But every morning is a chance to choose life, to build a future where you're not just surviving, but thriving. Picture yourself at 90, laughing with friends, walking without pain, feeling proud of the life you've built. That future starts tomorrow. with one glass of water, one step outside, one deep breath. Evelyn did it, and so can you. Your body, your mind, your heart. They're waiting for you to show up. Will you meet them in the morning?